It seems like when you need new wiper blades, you realize it and it's too late because you're already out in the rain. Now today I'm here to remind you to check your wiper blades. Sometimes it's easy to see if they're damaged, like if they're torn along the edges or really rough along the edge. But if they're not clearing the glass like they used to, the rubber could just be worn out. Think about it. This rubber is out there in the hot summer sun and the bitter winter cold. So you should really change your wiper blades at least once a year, no matter what. There are different types of wiper blades that can be used as well. These three wiper blades are very different, but they all fit the same type of vehicle. This is a standard type of wiper blade that was original equipment on the vehicle, and you've seen this type for years and years. This is a newer style that's actually kind of a little more aerodynamic than the old style, but it can be used if you prefer. And this is a winter type of wiper blade. It's a lot like the original equipment blade, but it's got a rubber boot that fits over the mechanism on the blade. That keeps all the snow and slush from getting down inside the blade in the wintertime. Use this in the wintertime, you're going to have a much better time getting the slush off your windshield. Most times wiper blades aren't that tough to replace. You simply lift the blade up, and most times there's a little clip underneath the blade that you release and pop the old one off. Grab the new replacement and just reverse the procedure. It snaps into place and away you go. Now other wiper blades are a little more complicated to replace, but don't worry because there's usually instructions that come with the new wiper blade. There are things you can do to extend the life of your wiper blade too, such as using some mild detergent and a cloth and just wiping the blade off every once in a while. And you can use windshield washer fluid too, that's just fine. And you can also avoid jamming your scraper down into the wiper blade in the wintertime. If you do that when it's iced up, you're going to ruin that blade in no time. Probably the most neglected blade on any vehicle is the one on the back if you've got an SUV. This little blade gets beat up in the car wash, and you know half the time it doesn't even hit the back glass when it's wiping anyway. So it's important not only to replace the blade itself, but to go ahead and lube this joint right here that keeps the blade to the glass. If you've got some penetrating oil, carefully put a little bit in there because that gets all gummed up. There's a spring inside here that keeps tension on the blade to keep it on the glass. That spring can't overcome that rust in that joint, and that's why it doesn't touch the back glass. So get a new blade on there, lube up the joint right here, you should be good to go. For Channel 6 News, I'm Jim Champion, the Auto Guy.